Hi, Nick. What brings you in today?
Hello. I just have been constantly kind of feeling like I'm not really getting the recognition that I want from just a multitude of different people. I kind of just think that I'm kind of useless almost. I'm not really getting any of the looks that I would expect at work, at just other portions of my life. I mean, I just would like there to be more, but there really isn't, and there hasn't been.
Okay, well, why don't you tell me a little bit about your childhood and some experiences you had then?
So growing up was pretty great. I was the oldest kid out of three. I was big parent attention, like the big kid, you know. It was great. Then my brother was born. He was the middle kid, and then they kind of shifted more towards him. It was definitely really challenging because I lost all that attention that I had previously gotten in the beginning. And then my youngest brother was born a couple years later, and it was just all downhill. I feel like from there there was just kind of, it was me on my own. Parents only really felt like they paid attention to the other two more than the rest. um I just really didn't feel like they even knew I was there, knew I existed, or paid attention to me, so I kind of felt out of the picture almost.
Yeah, being the oldest child and having all that attention really made you feel validated and good, didn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice to be the main focal point. I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, and now you're kind of feeling the same way at work, like your boss is no longer giving you the recognition that you feel you deserve and need.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to say I go above and beyond. I do way more than what everybody else is doing. I make sure to go in early, clock out late. I mean, I do everything that they need, everything that they want. If they ask something, I make sure to get it done and get some extra. They never really give me any recognition from it. They kind of just tell me to do it. I do it. I do even more than they had asked. And then nothing. There's no, hey, good job. There's no any reward or incentive for doing it, but I just keep doing it in hopes of that to happen. But it just feels like it's never going to happen.
Right? So you're really needing that validation from a superior.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah.
So, what do you think will help you continue to work hard at work and feel like you're still getting a reward? What would help you?
Um, I think I would like the bosses to kind of feel like they appreciate me more. Like all of them that I have, they just kind of just seem like I'm another piece of the puzzle almost. I'm not out there. I'm not a focal point in the work. I'm not a big piece of it. I'm just kind of another cog in the system, I guess you could say.
What do you think would happen if you quit doing all of that stuff?
I mean, from what it feels like with the bosses, it doesn't seem like much because I'm not really getting the looks that I am, but I feel like they would have to get somebody else to do it.
Well, I think that your employers would miss you greatly because you are such an asset to your company. I think you should continue doing your very best and continue working hard because it's something that makes you feel good on the inside. Instead of doing it for them, do it for yourself.
It's just really challenging because they never give me that kick. They never it's good when I do it and it feels good to get it done, but then once they just kind of turn around and walk off, it is kind of challenging.
Maybe if you step back and allow someone else to do the work, and they might not do it as well as you do, your bosses will see how much you're really putting in. If you take back a step instead of pouring out and pouring out, you can still continue to do your work and do a great job. And then when they recognize that you've come back a little bit, they might really give you that extra validation that you're needing in that area.
I really like that look. I think that would be helpful, kind of taking a step back, allowing somebody else to get it done. And then once there's some recognition of that, hey, I'm actually really good at doing this, maybe they'll give me a little bit more leeway, give me a little bit more look or recognition for what I do. And it might
Right,
end up going a little bit better for me in that aspect.
right. Where you don't feel that you're being taken for granted and that
Yeah,
you're seen and validated for all the hard work that you're able to accomplish.
yeah. I think that that is a good idea, is kind of allowing for somebody else to take the reins a little bit, and kind of for the bosses to understand that, hey, look, you are doing really good, and that we kind of need this person doing this, and we should definitely like tell them how much they do.
And what goals do you have for yourself?
Well, I would love to kind of go up in the company, which is why I was kind of going above and beyond as well. The
Me?
recognition, sorry,
No, go ahead.
the recognition from the bosses would be beneficial, I think, in that aspect. There's been a couple other people who have been promoted past me, and I came before them, so it's just very challenging to see that. And I do way more than they do without any of the recognition, so it's very challenging to continue sometimes.
I could see that being devastating, yeah. Working so hard and not getting that recognition. Have you had a moment to talk with your superiors about possibly promoting you and, going over all the amazing things that you've accomplished at work and told them about how hard you work so they can maybe have a light shined on your hard work?
I haven't yet. I was kind of waiting for them to go out of their way and tell me, because I think it would have been more meaningful. But when you say it like that, I think it would be a lot more beneficial for me to have a sit down conversation and kind of tell them what I would like and how is it everything's going, and if I'm doing anything wrong, maybe that would help out a little bit more
Yes,
than
let
just
them
kind of
know that
assuming.
you feel you deserve that acknowledgement, if not even a promotion, because you stay late, you come in early, you do the extra. And I think you having a goal to get promoted is something that you should strive for. You've been working hard for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good idea to go in and talk with them and everything.
What did you want to get accomplished with us meeting today?
Um, I think we did good with the portion about getting to figure out where I'm trying to go. Understanding that I do need the recognition, and then there's something there that I would like from them, but I'm just not getting it. So being able to understand and kind of verbalize that I would like something more from them, but I'm not currently getting it, was very helpful to me. And that we kind of need to have a sit down chat, kind of talk about it, work it out. So I think that this was very beneficial in that in that aspect.
Good. Yeah. So I think when we finish this, I want you to try and make it a point to meet with one of your superiors and just discuss what you've been telling me. I come in early, I leave late. These are the things I do that are outside of my immediate tasks as an employee for this specific position. So since I'm doing more, I should, you know, be at least thought of in the promotion. So you get your goal accomplished and you get the recognition you feel you deserve. And hopefully that will, you know, encourage you to continue working hard.
Okay, I think that's a really good idea. I like that.
Good. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about with me today?
Um, I don't believe so, no.
Okay, well, hopefully we can meet back next week and we can talk about how your discussion went with your superiors. And hopefully there'll be a promotion in the wings. And um, it was really great speaking with you today.
Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next week.
See you next week. Do I stop the recording?
I think so, for a quick second,
Oh.
if we can. Hello, my name is Nick. What brings you in today?
Well, I'm just having these feelings like I just need to be approved by everybody, and I feel like I'm not doing enough. I must like, have all the attention, must have all the grades, must have all the love and be treated fairly. I just don't feel like it's happening.
So, why do you feel like you must have all of this? Why do you feel like you must be loved by everybody and approved by everybody?
Well, because then I'm just not enough. I'm just not good enough. Like there's no point in even, being here if I'm not approved by everyone. Everyone doesn't love me.
So, can we maybe say that you're kind of trying to look for recognition from others, trying to kind of seek out some help maybe from others or something like that?
Well, I mean, I don't really want help, but I want to just be like loved by everybody, and I want everyone to like I must be loved by everybody. I want to be important to everybody.
So, what happens if somebody doesn't love you? What is the result of that? What do you think you would feel from this?
Well, horrible. I feel horrible.
So would you try to work and kind of make them like you, do everything you can in that sort of aspect?
Yeah, I think I would probably go out of my way to really make somebody like me or, you know, just make sure that I have their approval. And
Okay. Okay. Is there anything from your childhood that you think may have caused this? Anything that you may have think that you try to sought some sort of finding from parents, from friends? Has this always been the case?
well, I'm always really scared of like failing my parents or, you know, not having friends, not being popular. I want everyone to just like me. I always want to do good for everyone. So I try really hard.
Okay. Okay. So I want to do something called an action plan in which we kind of think about maybe if somebody doesn't like this, what you would do and how you would act. So let's just say, let's role play for a moment, if you will.
Okay.
So let's just say you met me on the street and I say, hey, I don't like that you did this. Maybe we're in the same class and I don't like how you worded this. I think that was very bad. What would be your reaction to that?
I'm really sorry. I should probably go change that.
So you would work to changing your behavior to affect the other person?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would want to just fix it so then they would like me and they would like what I wrote in the
So what
paper.
if I didn't like what you rewrote? Then what?
I rewrite it again.
So do you see how this could kind of be a reactive, proactive change to where you're always going to be in a cycling process to where this might always be a situation that you come across?
Yeah, it's kind of been like that my whole life. So that kind of is what brought me in. I don't really know how to undo the people pleasing and the seeking of constant, you know,
So,
attention and, validation. I always want someone to love me and think I'm doing great. And so if someone doesn't, then I just keep trying and trying. And that's kind of gotten me to where I'm at here because nothing I do ever is enough. And so I get tired.
okay. And do you think that maybe seeing that you're so tired and seeing that it's a very exhausting process could be kind of almost need for change in that aspect of your life, being able to kind of change your thinking of I must do this and to maybe kind of reframe it in a way. You don't have to please everybody.
Like be okay that somebody didn't like that I wrote something on the paper a certain way.
Yeah, just be able to understand that, hey, maybe they just don't like the way I said it, but hey, that's okay. They don't have to like everything that I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So definitely not being able to ruminate. I think that's a good self-finding for you. Um, so instead of I must, maybe it could be more of, hey, maybe they may not like me, and that's okay. And being able to change our mindset and be able to reframe to kind of, I don't have to get everybody to like me. I'll get my stuff done, I'll get my work done. and we'll challenge you with that type of thinking.
Yeah, that might be a little hard at first, but I think I can do it.
So I think we can definitely do some homework with this, and we could definitely kind of work this in real life instead of just cognitively talking about it and all that. If you have an altercation with somebody anytime soon, maybe we could understand and reflect to this session and be able to understand that we don't have to go back and please them. We have to just accept that maybe that was just a bad meeting. Maybe that was just not the way that they would have written something instead. And maybe next time we could talk about how you used your skills and this homework to kind of positively reflect.
Yeah, I'll take that with me and we can go back over it. Hopefully, I don't have any altercations with anybody, but I'm pretty sure I'll have somebody that doesn't approve of something I've done.
Yeah, definitely. But I want to thank you for your time so much today. Um, and we can come back next week. And if there's anything, we can check with the homework, see how that went, and follow up. So
Okay,
I look
I'll
forward.
write down and practice on being okay with not pleasing everybody.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.